Hi there. I'll be with you momentarily. I'm, I'm running a little lopsided. So I've got my second computer here, and it's old. It's old. It's older than me, if you can believe that. Hi, Sissy. You were first, and you were so surprising you knocked Stellar upside down. Apparently, excellent. All right. So I've got my little jump drive with my pictures, and it's on this little computer, which just works weirdly. It works weirdly. All right. So in our previous episode, we had an episode. Um, we're looking at this stuff back behind Ned here, and I've decided I like the idea of the bar. Um, y'all made me hungry for hot dogs yesterday, which I'll get over. But I was thinking of Ned ordering a hot dog, and then I scribbled in some figures of somebody leaning on the bar, etc., which looks like the Renaissance Fair. So yeah, that's the kind of setup. So got the window back into the kitchen, and the lovely lady leaning on the bar to take your order. So we're just drawing the bar here. I'm going to raise the bar. We'll see. All right. Talk amongst yourselves. Sissy says she'll be paying less attention because she's just, I wasn't riveting from the very beginning, so now you're going to wander off and watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood or something. We're making cookies. I promised Kaylee we would if she helped clean today. I assume that means she helped clean today. By the look of what's on the easel, you're running a little behind. Yes, he's a little behind. I'm running. So, yes. So Kaylee helped clean. That's very good. When I was 3, I had a job, worked in a factory. So I'll go ahead and just work on this girl. I've got some photos on this screen of girls from Renaissance fairs and Oktoberfests. Um, so that kind of costume. Um, Apparently, because of some law of physics that I don't quite understand, if you serve beer in a large mug, you have to be very well endowed and wearing a plunging neckline blouse. There's a reason for that. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's because I'm not a scientist. I'm gonna have to ask a scientist for an explanation. All I know is I like it, but not quite enough to make me want beer. I just never wanted beer. The model's hands are folded in front of her like this on the counter. And drawing them the way they appear here is going to put them right behind the hilt of this sword. And I can't decide if that's too big of a pain in my butt because it's confusing and I can't see how they should be, or if it's a blessing in disguise because it's confusing and I can't see how they're supposed to be. So maybe you can't see either. You know, it's just if it's hidden enough that it doesn't bother you, that you can just go, oh yeah, fingers down there, good enough. Then that's good. That gets me out of trying to draw one of the most difficult things in the world to ever try to draw, which is a pair of hands doing this. Um, in perspective, no less. Pointed straight at you. Cruel. Absolutely cruel. She looks like she's just staring off vacantly over to there, or maybe looking at this girl sitting at the counter. She's supposed to be looking at Ned. Come on, lady. Look at Ned. That's better. Eyes up, lady. Its face is up here. So that's kind of fun. I'll make this whole thing darker. There's the shadow under the bar. Planks, upright planks, and junk on the floor. There's a bunch of straw down on the ground, like the Renaissance fair. And yeah, like that. All that. Nice white poster on the wall. John says Zoftik, German girls serving beer at Oktoberfest, as opposed to Zoftik, Scottish girls serving beer at the Tilted Kilt. They dress largely the same, don't they? I've mostly only had scrawny girls waiting on the Tilted Kilt. They were cute. I didn't throw them out. Eventually, I had to admit I didn't really like the food as well as I liked the waitresses. However, there was a place very close to here, but off in the easterly direction, and it's called something. I'll get back with you. It's another bar and grill kind of a place. As far as I know, there's only one. But it's got waitresses dressed, approximately like that. And only been the one time, but it was really quite good. Gosh, I can't remember now. Is it the copper kettle? Might have been the copper kettle. No, it wasn't the copper. All right, I like her. And that's starting to vanish. Every little smudge, it's just starting to fade into the background. And what shall we do? What shall we do? We'll get a different picture. One big challenge of drawing multiple figures in a picture is scaling them so that they look a proportionate size. Because right now, I can tell you this girl, she could kick Ned's ass. Okay, if she stands up straight. She is tall and hefty, which is certainly possible, but it wasn't where I intended to go with it. But that's okay. That's okay. So we're going to have a bar student with the sleeves. It's rather a modern design, not a very Renaissance design, but I like it. So Sissy could tell us all about authentic German girls and probably Oktoberfest, I would imagine. I'm cobbling this from multiple sources. Um, got no pictures of anybody sitting this way or dressed quite like I'm going to have them dressed. Just close enough. By the way, I don't know if you saw what I did with the. Sissy says, I mean, I am an authentic German girl, so take that for what it's worth. Never been to the Oktoberfest in Munich. Were you were you very small? I mean, you're young now. You're like 18 right now, but were you really young when you moved over here, or had you just not gone because you just didn't gone? I just drew a long braid on there, and I forget sometimes that I have a little technique, and so I'm going to try to share my technique without destroying my other piece of paper. When I get down to where I want to draw braided hair, I make a zigzag. Only I don't do it that big. And then I do like this, and just kind of line it up with curved line to line up. And drop my pencil on the floor. It's very important. And and then you can just draw hairs. Just kind of makes a shadow where it tucks in, and then go the other way. The hairs are running the other direction. And then up here, you just kind of go off. That's where it's coming in. And down here, of course, you've got something tied around the hair, and then you just kind of make a little mess. And I usually have a model, but right now my hair's just tied back in a poof ball. So yeah, that's what I do when I'm drawing braids. And she is leaning forwards. If she was leaning back, if she was that model right there and she was leaning back, that braid would have to make a little S curve around because it's got objects in its way, circular objects in its way. So we're going to do like this, and like this. She's got that little vesty thing, a little, I don't know what that thing's called. Vesty thing. It's like a vest and it's got straps over the top, but it leaves your boobs open. And it's got big decorated laces. Let's see how much I researched that. Vesty thing, boobs, laces. Got all the terminology. Lacy thingy, vesty thingy. And Yeah, that's gonna cover that inaccurate bar stool anyway. So there you go. Okay, take all that extraneous stuff away. And here we go. Ned at the bar, and he looks like he's in grave peril. And Sissy says she was 17 when she left Germany. But I've known you for a couple of years, and you're still only 18. So how did you manage that? Probably lost whatever rights I had to call myself that years ago. I'm not sure what that's a referral to. Sharon says, no shirt, no problem. John says she's big, tall as the other woman. And in case anyone was curious, the pictures I was taking on Thanksgiving came out great, and my client was very happy. Excellent. It was fun to watch that process. I can't say I learned anything because I still don't know anything about photography, but yeah. And yeah, John, you are correct. I made both of these women. They're big. They're big girls. Or Ned's just a little guy. I don't know. So that's an issue whenever you try to draw people. Another issue is getting them looking like they're on the same uh, plane. Sometimes one person is leaned a little bit, and you don't notice that at all. It doesn't look wrong at all until you stand another person next to them and they're leaning a different way or something, and suddenly they're, you and then they look wrong. And so those are two things that you can screw up when you start adding other characters to the drawing. The last time I gave Ned a girlfriend once, she was standing with her arm around him, and she was like really small, I thought. So that is a challenging thing. It's not an excuse. It's an explanation. It's a challenging thing. And it's also possible that because of all the darkness that I've done here, he's receding a bit more than he really ought to be. One thing now, it's quite possibly, it could be an outdoor place like the Ren Fair. I was going to say we're inside now. He probably shouldn't be wind blown like he was. But it could be. It could be a Ren Fair type of setup. So that's all right. We'll just give him a smidge more height. And more highlight. More, color on him is going to bring him into the foreground just a little bit better. So, yeah. Maybe Ned found some Amazons. Why not? Um, Sissy says, meaning I don't think I can call myself an authentic German girl anymore. Yeah, you're an authentic Queen Creek girl now. Okay, so John says maybe Ned is short, like Conan slash Arnold. Is he really short? I haven't met him. Maybe Ned got some Amazon's drafty place, or someone just ran past them. John says. John says my German roots are from Hamburg. Came here in the 18th century. My Dutch ancestors are from the area of the Hague and came over employed by the West Indies Company to New Amsterdam, Manhattan. And yeah, yeah. And my German roots are non-existent. Um, Irish though. I get Irish for what it's worth. Um, so yeah, that was fun. Even if they're even if they're big gals, nothing wrong with that. That's that's cool. And yeah, what else is new? What's new with you? What did I do today? I made lemon curd, and I Costello bought some lemons, and that's what she wanted me to do. And she had also, a long time ago, bought a lemon cake from Trader Joe's, a cake mix. So I thought, this is the time. And I made the cake, and isn't that good? It, I think I did it right. I went back over all the directions and checked myself. But it just was not a terribly interesting flavored cake. So we dumped lemon curd on it, and then it was good. So that was my day uh, up till now, and utterly and absolutely forgot to call my dad on Thanksgiving. So I had to call and apologize for that because that's like a first ever. Um, and then that's it. That's it. I'm sure that's not actually it. There's more going on that I was probably, I'm gonna stop the video and then I'm gonna go, oh, I was gonna say, but now I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say good night to all my Zaftig German fans and anybody else who's lurking out there. Um, Thanks for coming, and I'll see you tomorrow at 3. Bye bye.